Welcome, everyone, to our Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit event. My name is Erik Arnold, and I'm the Global CTO for Microsoft Philanthropies. At Microsoft, we invest in purpose-built software products tailored to meet the needs of nonprofits anywhere on the planet. I and the team are super excited to share Microsoft's devotion in service to the nonprofit sector and to show you some of the many updates that we have in store for the Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit product suite. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. At Microsoft, we believe technology is a powerful force for empowering people and organizations. We see it every day in our work, whether it's data and AI helping to predict malaria outbreaks, or donor officers using Power Platform and LinkedIn to forge deep relationships with supporters, or humanitarian organizations delivering digital literacy to displaced people. We truly believe that the success of these mission-based organizations is critical to how we at Microsoft achieve our mission as a company. But to do this, we must make the benefits of world-class technology both accessible and relevant for nonprofits and international development organizations. As a client-first partner-led company, we start with the needs of our clients and work with our partners to deliver the best outcomes for each organization we serve. And the needs evolve rapidly. The reality is, we're living in a changed world. We're confronted with a historic health and economic crisis, persistent issues of systemic racial injustice and inequity, and the devastating effects of climate change. Accelerated by COVID-19, rapid advances in technology are drastically changing how people live, work, and learn. And while there is great potential for technology to help address society's biggest issues, recent data from the ITU and USAID show us that right now, over half the population on the planet lack basic access to the knowledge and skills that would enable them to participate in the new digital economy. That digital gap is most pronounced in marginalized and impoverished communities. By 2030, more than 800 million people will need to learn new skills for their jobs due to automation, and 49% of the world does not have reliable access to the internet and is missing out on the benefits, opportunities, and resources that it can connect them to. In this era of rapid, even exponential technology change, we must ensure that everyone has access to the benefits and opportunities of technology and the skills to participate in the digital economy. Milton Friedman, renowned economist, once said that the role of a private sector company is to serve its shareholders, that greed is good. Yet that definition has evolved over time, because it turns out that companies don't operate in some parallel universe or vacuum disconnected from the planet. We are all affected by the world around us. Whether it's climate change or poverty, conflict or health, billions of people in our world are impacted. Happily, a new definition of the role of a private sector company is emerging, which is highlighted by some research coming out of the Business Roundtable. This group of 181 private sector CEOs said that companies must take increasing responsibility for the environment, for society, and for their stakeholders. Stakeholders, not shareholders. Stakeholders are your clients, your partners, your staff, and yes, the communities where you live and work. Companies that lean into this ethos are rapidly learning that serving stakeholders is good business. Our philosophy at Microsoft is simple. Companies that can do more should, and we are. We are in partnership with our stakeholders. There is an African proverb that talks about how if you want to go fast, you go alone, but if you want to go far, you go together. So let's talk about some of the ways that we do this at Microsoft. First, we focus around four main societal challenges. Broad access to basic education and basic digital skills are increasingly necessary to reduce income inequality. In primary education, the numbers are striking. Recent data from UNESCO shows that there are 98 million children out of school in sub-Saharan Africa and a total of 244 million children worldwide. What does this mean? It means that only 10% of kids in sub-Saharan Africa are literate at age 10. That's the age when you stop learning to read and you start reading to learn. 10%. That means that 90% of the kids in that region are starting at a deficit and face challenges getting jobs later in life. It means that the economic opportunity gap is growing. Whether providing critical services to displaced peoples or combating racial injustice, protecting fundamental human rights continues to be a significant challenge. The United Nations Human Rights Office of the High Commissioner estimates that there are now over 100 million people forcibly displaced worldwide, over a 10% increase from last year, many of those coming due to the tragic and unlawful war in Ukraine. And the unfortunate reality is that protecting fundamental rights is as real here in my home in the United States, where the Human Rights Watch reports that the black-white wealth gap is still as big today as it was in 1968. We also see an urgent climate crisis around the world. We're at the end of another summer of record-breaking high temperatures, and a full one-third of Pakistan flooded due to a historic monsoon season that brought seemingly incessant rain. All these events become commonplace, as we've recently become all too familiar with terms like heat dome, polar vortex, and bomb cyclone. At Microsoft, we believe that technology has a role to play in the solution to these challenges. Yet the fourth challenge listed here recognizes that there is a diminishing trust in big tech. There are thoughtful questions about the motives and motivations of private sector technology companies. As a leader in the technology sector, it is critical that Microsoft applies our technology and services to help nonprofits address these challenges without sacrificing our core values of trust, privacy, transparency, and inclusion. That's why we formed the Tech for Social Impact team within Microsoft Philanthropies. This team focuses on serving the needs of the sector by investing in critical capacity-building services and product innovation tailored to core nonprofit scenarios, all built on the nonprofit common data model. The Tech for Social Impact team is truly committed to serving the sector and to the idea that it is absolutely core to Microsoft's mission to empower every nonprofit and international development organization with Microsoft technology to accelerate social impact. When we founded Tech for Social Impact in 2017, it created a sustainable business model for Microsoft by combining in one team the donations, discounts, services, and dedicated product engineering with a commercial model that focuses on ethical pricing and successful digital transformation for any client using our software. By reinvesting the proceeds from this team, Microsoft donated over $3.2 billion in software, cash, and services to over 332,000 nonprofit organizations last year alone, equipping them with modern, secure, scalable Microsoft Cloud solutions. This is what stakeholder focus is all about. And now, more than ever, as our team celebrates its 5-year anniversary, I am both proud and humbled to be part of an organization working in service to the nonprofit sector. Those who can do more should. Changing gears now to focus on how we help address the needs through our product development. At the core of our product strategy to help organizations meet increasing demands is Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit. We've been serving the sector for years with our Microsoft Cloud, and Cloud for Nonprofit represents our engineering commitment to build capabilities specifically for nonprofits. Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit connects the nonprofit infrastructure with integrated and intelligent capabilities attuned to sector best practices learned through working with the hundreds of thousands of organizations we serve every year. While fully utilizing Microsoft's technology platforms, it recognizes that many nonprofits mix and match best-of-breed technology, so it embraces interoperability and integration with other platforms. By bringing together disparate data from across the organization, it allows nonprofits to realize the true value of their data to improve operational efficiency and programmatic efficacy. Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit is built using Microsoft's core engineering principles. It represents a cross-cloud suite of applications that unlocks the power of Microsoft Dynamics, Power Platform, Teams, Azure, LinkedIn by leveraging Dataverse and the nonprofit common data model. It brings together our trusted cloud capabilities into a common platform aligned to sector best practices. The current product suite helps organizations understand their constituents to drive improved fundraising and supporter engagement, improves how organizations design and deliver programs, including mobilizing their volunteers, and it accelerates mission outcomes by realizing the full value of their data estate. It's all built on a modern, trusted, secure cloud environment with security and privacy at the heart of everything we do. One of our Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit customers, the Starlight Children's Foundation, strives to deliver happiness to seriously ill kids. To date, Starlight has supported more than 19 million children at over 800 hospital partners. Let's watch their story.
Our mission at Starlight is to brighten the lives of seriously ill and hospitalised children and young people. The moment they are diagnosed, their life and the life of their family really changes. This is where Starlight steps in to give these families and children and young people just moments of being a normal family and of having fun. Our decision to move to the Microsoft Cloud for not-for-profits was really based on a number of decisions.
We had quite a comprehensive list of items that we needed met, and Microsoft could tick off practically everything on that list. We were very used to using Teams, Outlook, Excel, Word. Microsoft CRM just was very intuitive and very natural for people to navigate around.
We found that the Microsoft offering has a common data model, and that really appealed to us. We can have other apps that we can simply plug in and then unplug very simply.
The common data model meant that all of our data would be connected. It meant that all of our marketing efforts were connected to the same data. We could segment, so we could connect to our donors and optimise our fundraising efforts much better with this product than what we had before, where our data was all a bit disconnected and disjointed and very difficult to access. We made the mistake in the past of over-customising our CRM, and the fact that the Microsoft world is in that low-code, no-code environment is very appealing to us.
I think something that has been really powerful has been the relationship that we have had, not only with Microsoft, but also with Barhead, who are our implementation partner. Even when we went back to them with some functionality that we said was missing not only for us, but for the sector, they worked to get that into the system. And that's going to actually make it a better offering for other not-for-profits when they look at this system.
As a national organisation, it's really important for Starlight's team to be able to come together and collaborate. And this technology is going to enable us to deliver on what is Starlight's mission, which is to brighten the lives of seriously ill children and their families.
It is so inspiring to watch Starlights Story and see how Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit truly helps them accelerate mission outcomes by uniting people, processes, and data across the organization into a single integrated cloud platform. And that's really the essence of this product suite. We unlock scalable, you can scale it up, you can scale it down, enterprise-ready end-to-end functionality across business workflows like Dynamics 365 and Power Platform, people workflows like Office 365 and Teams, and data workflows like Azure, AI, and machine learning. Organizations can make better decisions and achieve more effective outcomes with real-time, actionable data. Teams from every department can work collectively with connected information, tools, and processes. And by focusing on interoperability with other technology partners, we help to remove silos that often exist across fundraising, marketing, finance, and program tracking systems within your organization. Microsoft's nonprofit cloud solutions are also designed to work seamlessly with each other, as well as with Office 365, Teams, Dynamics, and the comprehensive Microsoft stack. We build the applications so they are modular and can easily be mixed and matched to meet specific needs. If you only need fundraising and engagement, it works on its own. If you only need volunteer management, peace, it works on its own too. But if you grow into multiple solutions, we take care of the data integrations for you. Our solutions scale with your organizations. They provide the flexibility to adopt new functionality as well as extend the platform to your future needs. And woven through it all is security, compliance, and privacy. After governments and the IT sector, the unfortunate reality is that the nonprofit sector is the third most targeted by cybercriminals. It's more critical than ever to protect sensitive information and prevent cybercrime and data breaches. In an increasingly digital landscape, it's crucial for IT leaders to have the visibility into their organization's security posture left to right, from enterprise systems to endpoint devices. To stay ahead of the evolving industry regulations and requirements, Microsoft and its partners provide regional and country support to meet privacy compliance and healthcare regulations across the world, while ensuring that your data is yours and under your control. Recognizing that many organizations are already using Microsoft products, Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit provides long-term value by maximizing your existing investments. Nonprofit solutions, Office, Teams, Power BI, and cloud infrastructure all can be consolidated into streamlined cost and licensing structures with standardized discounts and donations available to qualified nonprofits around the globe. And we're committed to refining these solutions and continuing to innovate and add new features. In our fall release, we launched new functionality that improves marketing, onboarding, donation imports, deployment, and interoperability. With the new Marketing Insights tab in Fundraising and Engagement, nonprofits gain more comprehensive constituent profiles and enable better collaboration between development and marketing departments. A new integration with Dynamics 365 Marketing, Marketing Insights shares valuable information about how constituents interact with marketing campaigns and events. The new resources pages help staff set up quickly in fundraising and engagement and volunteer management. It adds easy connection to training documentation, support resources, and makes onboarding and adoption easier. The new guided donation import process provides lightweight data validation that aggregates data in an intuitive user interface, and this will enable organizations to import and validate massive donation data sets in a straightforward way and to get a more holistic view of their donors. Nonprofits can activate fundraising and engagement faster and easier with a new Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit installer. This allows clients and their partners to quickly set up Azure services to realize the value of their data. And finally, we recognize that nonprofits use many tools on multiple platforms. We at Microsoft embrace and encourage interoperability across systems. It's critical that nonprofits not be constrained in where and how they derive insights on data. That means being able to use their data regardless of where it lives by leveraging the tools and services they want. We make a range of data connectors available to make this possible, and I'm pleased to announce that our Salesforce connector allows Salesforce clients with MPSP data to use Microsoft's deep analytics and capabilities in Azure and Power BI. I'll now hand it over to Simge and Alex, who will demo some of these new features.
Hello, my name is Simge Tokdemir, and I'm a Senior Program Manager on the Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit Development team. I'm very excited to show you the new capabilities and features that we have been developing for the upcoming release. Okay, let's get started. We will start with Fundraising and Engagement solution, which is empowered by Dynamics 365 SaaS Enterprise and widely used by many nonprofits now. We aim to continuously support our users and cover their entire experience during installing, configuring, and using the solution itself. We expect this new functionality to support any new or returning user who wants to discover a new feature or product information. On Resources page, it's possible to leverage training materials, connect with other users in the community, and even with Microsoft staff. I am very excited to share that we developed a similar resource page also in Microsoft Volunteer Management solution, which is empowered by Power Apps. We again expect to support any new or returning volunteer management user to get familiar with our new features and products as smoothly as possible and go even further and find out new information about the complementary products of volunteer management, such as volunteer engagement. After wrapping up resources pages, I would like to introduce you another new capability, Dynamics 365 Marketing Insights in Fundraising and Engagement. Microsoft knows very well the power of insights data, and fundraisers want to understand each donor's interaction with a nonprofit, including what campaigns they have participated in, so that they can engage even better with that donor in the future. These two factors encouraged us bringing Dynamics 365 Marketing Insights right into Fundraising and Engagement solution. Let's assume as a nonprofit you have created different dynamic segments for your donors. For example, you have donated in the last 30 days as a segment, and this segment is being used in one of your constituent marketing journey. In this example, it will send an automatic email to your donors who have donated in the last 30 days. Katie Brown is one of your recent donors, so she will also receive your email. In the email, you might be asking her engagement for a new campaign by directing her to visit nonprofit's website, or informing her about the upcoming fundraising event, or maybe offering a new subscription list to re-engage with her. In this case, it's very critical to know the marketing history of our donor, who is Katie in this example. Firstly, you need to know for which channels Katie is a more frequent user. Maybe the emails you have sent are never being opened, but your donor is quite actively visiting your website. Or you wouldn't want to overwhelm her with tremendous email you send under different campaigns. which might even cause losing your donor from your subscription lists. Now, the answers to all these kind of questions can be found in Fundraising and Engagement, right under the Marketing Insights tab of the contact record. You can adjust the dates and see all the relative marketing interactions for Katie Brown, including her reactions to them. And this brings the power of every marketing touchpoint and personalized engagement to the constituent record. I'm Simge Tokdemir, and this has been a quick look at how Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit will continue to support nonprofits, provide the most effective environment to accelerate their work and achieve more.
Hi, I'm Alex Kasavin, a Senior Product Manager on the Tech for Social Impact team. I'm excited to share with you some more features and capabilities that we've been working on, including improved donation import, a new Azure installer to streamline and simplify deployments, and the ability to work with your nonprofit's data no matter what CRM you use. Let's dive in. Nonprofits rely on a growing number of systems and tools to fundraise and track the donations that support their missions. Fundraising and Engagement enables you to build a comprehensive and up-to-date view of your supporters by keeping data accurate and current. The new donation import experience includes several improvements for nonprofit data professionals. We've made donation import easier to find. It's now located right below the other transaction processing views. For users who prefer the pre-formatted import template, we've surfaced it in the top menu bar. It no longer requires navigating to the advanced settings to download. And best of all, we've completely redesigned the import panel. Now, when you click Import Donations, you can see exactly which step of the process you're on, with guidelines and data validation along the way. After uploading an Excel or comma-separated value file, you can see high-level details about the data that you're bringing in. Then, you can review the file for any glaring errors, missing columns, and to make sure that you've picked the right one. On the next screen, you can begin mapping the required columns from the source file. On this screen and the next, you can also save the mappings to use the next time you're bringing in a file from a similar or identical source. Once the mapping is complete, the import wizard reviews the data for significant errors in the required and additional columns. In this release, it will run checks on issues with major data types in your gift amount and date columns. You can either fix the file and upload it here again, or proceed and skip the rows with the issues. Finally, we've made it easier to find the status of your imports. Just click Track Imports at the end of the wizard, or you'll find a Track Imports section on the left-hand side menu. Next, let's look at the Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit Azure installer. For nonprofits who are new adopters of fundraising and engagement, and for the partners who help them implement it, we've simplified the deployment process. Instead of manually configuring all the Azure services that power fundraising and engagement, you can complete a simpler installer that consists of 3 dropdowns. The services will be configured in the background in a matter of minutes. Finally, as Erik highlighted, we want to make sure that nonprofits can take advantage of Microsoft's data and analytics capabilities no matter which CRM they use. Here, you'll see Azure Synapse Analytics, which is Microsoft's premier big data integration, analytics, and reporting platform. You'll see some of the options that become available when data is copied into Azure Synapse Analytics, including the ability to run SQL scripts for those data analysts who are versed in SQL, or the ability to both generate Power BI data sets for reporting and reports, all within the Synapse Analytics interface. Here you'll see a couple of sample reports that were generated on the basis of Salesforce Nonprofit Success Pack data, including more traditional charts, as well as AI-powered reports that allow you to delve deeper into your data and understand what are the key influencers of something like a successful campaign. And all of these connectors and pipelines are bidirectional, meaning any data that you copy into Azure Synapse Analytics or another storage service, you can also copy back into the CRM that you use in order to take advantage of the data that you've enriched and augmented so that your team can make the best decisions they possibly can on the basis of that data. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing what you make of these capabilities, as well as looking forward to bringing you more data and analytics capabilities in the future.
Thanks for showcasing those awesome solutions, Simge and Alex. The two of them represent a small slice of the global engineering team that we have dedicated to this product and joined us from Prague and from New York. In this architecture diagram, we emphasize how nonprofit industry-specific cloud introduces tailored applications on top of the secure, compliant Microsoft cloud. For the first time ever, this offers nonprofits the scale and performance needed for managing scenarios unique to the sector. As you can see, with Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit, we have a range of solutions built specifically for the sector to address key scenarios and capabilities, from fundraising and engagement to program delivery to measuring program impact. The applications sit on top of and extend all the trusted cloud capabilities of the Microsoft Cloud across Dynamics, Power Platform, Teams, Azure, Office, and LinkedIn. We uniquely bring together a solution that provides faster time to value and measurable impact in an affordable model. Our partners around the globe then extend these products to handle specific workflows or local compliance requirements. And our role at Microsoft is to empower every individual and organization on the planet to achieve more. So I'd like to wrap this up with a couple stories featuring our incredible nonprofit customers. As Canada's leading first aid charity, St. John Ambulance empowers all Canadians to save lives by providing first aid training, supplies, and courses to communities across the country. Today, in more than 300 communities across Canada, more than 10,000 St. John Ambulance volunteers provide over 1 million hours of community service each year. It's imperative that the organization efficiently build volunteer capacity and streamline organization processes to make for greater volunteer experiences. Mission CRM, a Microsoft partner based in Toronto, implemented Microsoft's volunteer management and engagement products for St. John Ambulance's national office and all their councils across Canada. St. John Ambulance selected Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit partly because they had already adopted Microsoft Dynamics 365 and wanted to easily extend their use of that platform. By replacing disparate solutions across the country, the organization will move forward with a unified approach to the management and deployment of volunteers. There are 5 different volunteer profiles which are accommodated within the solution and aggregate into a national database of thousands of volunteers which can be mobilized at any time. St. John Ambulance will also be implementing fundraising and engagement to create a full 360-degree view of all their volunteers and supporters in one place. I can't wait to see how this implementation will further the great work that St. John's Ambulance is driving across Canada. Next up is Amref Health Africa, an amazing organization focused on delivering lasting health outcomes across the continent of Africa. They're one of the largest health development nonprofits founded and headquartered in Africa, and their mission is to increase sustainable health access for communities through capacity building, service delivery, and improved health systems. Working to improve health services and outreach across 35 of the continent's 54 countries is complex. It requires a strong network of constituents, more than 53,000 community health workers, sensitivity to different cultures, and a strong focus on data use to drive positive health outcomes. The nonprofit's semi-independent chapters manage approximately 160 projects across the countries where they operate. And as you can imagine, this massive effort requires management and oversight of numerous processes, people, and huge amounts of data. To tackle this, Amref hired IMAX, a Microsoft Gold certified partner, to transition them to Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit. The shift to a modern digital platform helped Amref automate key processes that support program development, partner engagement, advocacy efforts, fundraising, volunteer engagement, and more, while also ensuring compliance in the 35 geographies where they operate. Through stronger donor relationships, they've increased capacity to advance their critical health system strengthening. If you're at Amref and you're watching this, thank you. If you're with St. John Ambulance, thank you. If you're with Starlight Children's Foundation, thank you. If you're one of the hundreds of thousands of nonprofits we work with each year, thank you. It's a privilege to be able to sit here today, as one of the companies supporting your cause. If you're IMAX, the partner that supported Amref, thank you. If you're Mission CRM, who supported St. John Ambulance, thank you. If you're Barhead, who supported Starlight, thank you. If you're one of the over 11,000 private sector partners working with Microsoft Tech for Social Impact, thank you. You're helping to transform the sector. And if you're not, our door is open and we welcome the partnership. Where do you go if you want to learn more? If you're a nonprofit, a partner, or just a curious human being, I encourage you to visit our website for the details and for examples of nonprofit organizational journeys. There you can learn about what it's like to work with us. And if you're interested in engaging deeper, Simge and Alex showed you some of our new features. But if you'd like to stay in the loop or have some more conversations, join our Microsoft technical community, sign up to stay informed, and or follow me on LinkedIn. And with that, I'll close today's session. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day.